Alright, team, so we're back, of course, to talk about some FF7 Rebirth, and we're here with a relatively impromptu video, but it's something we had to talk about. So, Digital Trends accidentally posted their review of the FF7 Rebirth demos, both of them. And obviously that's quickly taken down, but this is indeed the internet, and it was archived, and we have it. Which means that we pretty much know everything about these two separate demos for FF7 Rebirth, and that's what we're here to talk about. So obvious spoiler warnings. You can click away from the video if you don't want to know anything about the demos, but we're going to kind of go over them quickly. So first and foremost, the combat demo, the Cloud and Sephiroth demo, according to their review, we don't pick up from the very beginning of the Calm flashback. It starts with Cloud, Tifa, and Sephiroth already on Mount Nibel. They didn't say in their review whether or not a young Tifa is playable for combat, but I would assume that she's not, so it's probably just Cloud and Sephiroth. But they did confirm that for sure now we have confirmation that Sephiroth is playable. And it seems like this demo is just to kind of reintroduce or introduce people to the combat. That's kind of it. That's all it's about. There's not that much narrative, it seems. You obviously have a boss fight at the end with the Materia Keeper, but that's it. I assume Materia Keeper, I guess they didn't specify in their review or whatever, but that's what we've seen in the recent trailer. The other demo review, however, is quite interesting because it gives us quite a bit of info, and it actually tells us how we meet Yuffie when it comes to FF7 Rebirth. So previously we talked about how the other demo was the Junon Area, and they do confirm that that's outside of Junon. You can kind of explore that whole sort of area, and then you can go into the town of Lower Junon. That's kind of like the story aspect of the demo. They do say that this demo is more about the exploration, and the explorable Junon area is kind of comparable to like the wider areas within Final Fantasy XVI, which is kind of perfect. I don't remember the names of locations now because I've actually played FF16 in a while, but there was that like kind of castle town with like a wide open field that led you to like another castle. I can't remember that area, but that's like the perfect size for what I'd want for Rebirth, and that's kind of what I'm picturing. According to the review, we get to ride around on chocobos, we have like open world style activities, there's combat trials we can take part in, we gotta fight like groups of enemies within a time limit, and we have a checklist of tasks within battle, and then we can follow chocobo chicks to discover fast travel points. They also say that we can find plumes that can be traded in to customize our chocobo's armor, but they also say that we can find materials which we can use to craft and turn into micro objectives for a bit of experience. So there seems to be a little bit of a crafting mechanic. As for the story aspect of this demo, whenever we enter the town of Lower Junon, we're asked by a woman for help, and we get taken down to the water. Of course, it's bottom swell like the original game. But it's Yuffie that's being like chased or attacked by Bottom Swell, and as we go to intervene, Mr. Dolphin pops out of the water or some shit to like help. We fight Bottom Swell, and at the end of the fight, after we defeat Bottom Swell, apparently Cloud and Mr. Dolphin pose together while there's like a rainbow in the background. And having Mr. Dolphin at all in the game, but also like Cloud and Mr. Dolphin posing together, kind of tells me everything I need to know about this game. Like, they're not holding back at all. They're definitely going to have the quirky, weird shit from OG FF7. Now, that's kind of going to be it for the video. I wanted to just kind of cover this really quickly for everybody, but also Genki Japan on Twitter dropped a tweet just a little bit ago because they're at TGS and got to actually play the game and gave us a little bit of details. I'm just grabbing the text from the tweet because they had some pictures with it. I'm assuming they're allowed to post pictures that they probably wouldn't have, but I don't know if I'm allowed to show pictures because I'm not there playing it, whatever the case. Anyways, let's read it really quickly. I just played Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. It was amazing. I played the Cloud and Sephiroth part, which also had Cowboy Tifa guiding you to the reactor. Sephiroth is so cool and stylish. I switched to him in battle ASAP. The exploration part of the game has expanded a lot. You can press circle to climb up surfaces up to about head height. There are even uncharted like yellow ledges to climb up cliffs. More environment-based puzzles too. It runs so smooth and plays incredible. Going back to try the Junon part. So according to them, we have a dedicated climb button, which would explain this seemingly impossible animation that Max was so like impressed by that Cloud was doing. Maybe that's what's happening here. So that's kind of cool, man. We have a climb button. There's like these ledges we can access, and there's like environmental puzzles or whatever. Like, this seems pretty damn good, man. I cannot wait to play this. That's all I got for you guys with this video. Again, it was relatively impromptu. I just got done with the workout for tonight, and I seen all this shit about a leaked review, and I had to talk about it. Anyways, that's the video. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Social networks in the description below. Follow me on Twitter, @DavidYT. That's it. Bye.
Used to care what people thought, but now I care more, and nobody out here's got it figured out. So therefore, I've lost all hope of a happy ending, depending on whether or not it's worth it. So insecure, no one's perfect. We spend it with no shame. We blow that like Coltrane. We in here like Logain, or leave it like Cobain.